Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you guys holding up? I'm a little tired. I'm a tired. But I hope you all are doing alright. Yeah. Had to work a little extra this evening. Help swap a circuit from a thing at work. Stuff like that. Today was a very busy day. But that whole time I had City Skylines just kind of running the simulation and doing a little bit of tedium, I guess. So let's take you through what happened since last time. Let's go. Woo! Hi. How you guys holding up? Abby, think fast. Is it waifu rain or is it assault by Pokeball? I see. Thank you. I think. Anyway, hi. Tank. Hee-ho, I'm sick playing RE4 Remake 21. I'll be your Ashley, sweetie. Or wait, is it Ashley? Who's the hoe that follows you throughout that whole game? Ashley, yeah, okay. But anyway, you're right, it's Ashley. Okay, so things that have happened. I got impatient. That's a given. Highland Park, I guess, our main area here. We divided it up to kind of get things going and building out things. But Prospect Hills, where we keep our residents, I kind of just fleshed out a little bit more because this area had a huge people demand and was not able to fill it. So I just kept building it out until this stopped being a thing. And now that I've let the simulation run again, it's a thing again. So, yeah. We also expanded out the train station here a little bit more, because it's kind of thick. Hi, Abrachu. How are you? Just kind of letting that go and do its thing. Actually, Cynthia, you're great and all, but I'm going to the city's music. Yeah. Aside from that, we go to the airport, which we said we were going to build coming off of this expressway. So here's what I did. I expanded this expressway down to about the point that it was level, which would be about here. I first built this ring around way because every airport has some way to get back to the beginning. Essentially, some way to loop back on itself to ensure that you can, get back into the airport if you make a mistake or something. Because airport traffic is very directed to ensure that traffic always is moving. It's a lot of one-way roads, it's a lot of directed lanes, it's a lot of you going to specific places, and if you mess up, they always allow for human error, which is basically like a street that'll just U-turn you back around at the beginning. So, the way the airport is set up, you come down this road, there will be multiple lanes on the right. The first right lane will take you over to our departures. The second right lane will take you to arrivals. So that's these two lanes here. They're very specific. They will take you there, and then you follow them. They'll come back around, and they will spit you out. Quick, in, out, get the hell out of my airport as quickly as possible. There are a couple cut-over lanes, specifically here for service vehicles. This is for the police vehicles, because if the building needs any sort of police, fire, garbage, they interact with the bottom terminal. So we made accommodations for that because here we have our service area for the airport, as well as, hotels and whatnot. So the primary road continues to kind of loop around here. Its lanes kind of get skinnier and skinnier as more and more things happen. Eventually we get to here. Here you can make a choice. You either go straight or get your shit and get the fuck out. Pretty much how a good airport should be ran. There's a cutover lane for any service vehicle to make its way over here, but aside from that, there is a loop. So basically all hotel traffic and the bullshit parking and all that other, like your cell phone parking lot, crap like that, are here. Follow this road. It goes for a loop around here. You can drop up people here. If you do, you immediately get arrested. I mean, what? There's also a parking garage here, a crypto observatory, because for some reason this building generates dead people, so we have to have some building servicing it. But at least it looks like a Regal, like it kind of looks like a rent-a-car office, except the car that you're renting is a freaking, not that kind of crypto. Crypto observatory, like crypt, like dead people. Not like cryptocurrency, like a dead form of trading money between one another, because it's all a scam. There's also 4 hotels here. We've got the old weird hotel here. I might get rid of it, but it fit the size of the area, so I don't really care. We've got these 2 larger hotels that are here. They exist, I guess. And then this big one, Hotel Z. Find all 7 Hotel Z's and you get a free wish on I can't continue this bit. Also got a couple garbage collection services, a fire station, a police station, parking, and fire helicopters. Because you would assume that around, you know, the airport, it would be important for them to have, you know, the ability to get to any fire, even if it's like out here in the middle of, you know, the fuel. So, aside from that, the general shape of the airport is Wumbo. Why do we make it Wumbo? Because it's very easy for planes to come in. They'll taxi at their gate, do their thing, and get the hell out. Once again, we are directing one-way traffic as quickly as we can. Get people in, get them the hell out. There's a couple storage hangars here. Bunger! I'm also testing out the new throwing algorithm in Tits. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of a floatier burger experience. But this side here is specifically for larger planes. It's a bit more densely packed. So these hold your big 350 bullshit people. Yeah. Over here we have a train line that runs from the main line, dropping off train passengers. It says 0, but that's because it counts 20 minutes in real-time minutes, not in, you know, week. Yeah, the burgers are a slow lob. I might change that back, because I like the force of getting whaled with meat directly to the face, so let me fix that. There you go. Now you can really chuck some meat at me. Actually, I can test that. There you go. Look at that meat. Alright, so. We've got another rail line here that heads out over here. And what is this for? Well, we've got a cart. Oh my god. Stop! I can't take that much meat. Oh my god. Why are all my friends mean to me? Chad thinks you can. I see. Okay, so we have another area here, and this is explicitly for the cargo terminal, because a lot of freight goods get moved in and out through cargo planes and cargo trains. And once again, similar to the ideas we have at the airport, trying to get these trucks in and out as quickly as possible. One's stuck on my head. Can I move it? It's just stuck up there. I can't get him off. Oh, okay, bye. It's on the mouse, except I'm not a mouse, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, oh, right, there's another thing I can do now, too. Let's experiment. Who wants to experiment with Abby? Import your own model. No, there's a whole load model as 2D item. Okay. No, I'm naked. You can't see that. Get that out of here. Okay. How do I do this? Oh, I have to... I see. I have to, like... I see. Okay, I see what's going on. I have to, like, import the models into VTube Studio first. Alright, real quick, we're gonna do something. Give me a moment. I have to, like, do this, and then do a thing, and then do this, and then do a thing. Alright, we've got Vulpix, Rockruff, and Eevee. We'll go Firefox. Yeah. Ah! Perfect. Alright, and then we do import to Live 2D, select, okay. And then we throw Vulpix in the trash. Where it belongs. We switch back to Aber 4. Got the files from Salad. Hell yeah, I did. I'm naked again! God damn it! Why does it load by default naked? I have to talk to Salad. My default state is nudity. Alright, do I want this behind me? Okay, so if I make it small... Okay. This is gonna be a little awkward if Mimikyu gets added. Ah, oh god, the mouth is synchronized with me. Don't tempt me. I see, I see. Alright, so this is interesting. I just have to figure out a way to keep it shut the hell up. Interdasting. Can add a third friend. No, don't worry. This one's going in the trash. Alright, cool. That was a fun little experiment. Anyway, cargo. Cargo. Car does not stop. Cargo. Yeah. I also moved all of our city's, waste management out here. Because I don't want to give a shit about it. I don't want to put friggin' waste management facilities in every other I do not care. I put it all here. All of your trash comes here. Cargo space, no cargo road. Yeah. Also have a couple other things. I have geothermal heating, so all of our houses get heating through their pipes. I have a pumping service here. I have a nuclear facility. I have a postal service distribution depot. I have a bunch of warehouses trying to store goods, but the problem is no one's actually making commercial goods. Ah. That was a voice. Hold up. Ah. That does weird things to my mouth. In the middle of the night, there is utter silence, and then you just hear... I'm the worst. Why are you watching me? Why are you here? No, okay. Other things of import. We wanted to make a campus area, so I think that's what we're going to start today. But we also wanted to start building up the farming chain. We want to get just a district out here where we can start building out a farming community that will exist to serve food to you guys, because you need it. We can stop importing food. We just have food. But we need college. Why? Because all these office buildings that we put down... You're not office buildings. You're office buildings. They require people who are smart. Unfortunately, comes to education, you are not the father. We have a lot of people eligible for college, but only one actual university in town. 36% of the population is highly educated, but the jobs want a lot more than 36%. So higher education is a high priority and will kind of help fix some of these issues. Now, what do we get? Do we get a university? Do we get a liberal arts college? Do we get a trade school? Or do we get, I guess those are the 4 we do. We also have varsity sports and museums, but I think at this point we can go for a uni. I think we're big enough of a town to go and start at a uni. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a uni and start fleshing out a campus. A flesh campus. A flampus, if you will. Welcome to Flesh Campus. Other thing is, we can get this the hell out of here. Alright, gotta turn off that. Cool. Welcome to Flesh Campus, where we've got some skin in the game. Ooh, that's a good catchphrase. I'm gonna steal that one. We've got EA Games. Get in the skin. If I put that there... Oh, that's perfect. Thank God for anarchy. Here, this square of uplifted land when you place a unique building. I have a triangular building and I want to put it at the fork in the river, but it kind of ruins the river a bit. I don't think there is, but there is like a procedural objects thing that may be more towards what you're looking for when it comes to like building out your own custom buildings. There's this whole mod called procedural objects that just allows you to make your own anything in this game where... Oh no, I'm gonna put that back. Put that back. Put it back. You basically can just build out whatever you want. It's very powerful. It's just dangerous as well. Oh, you're too thick. That's fine. We can adjust your thickness. Sounds like a lot of extra work. Yeah. That's kind of the curse of cities, is a lot of the good-looking stuff usually involves extra work. There's not a lot of easy, simple solutions. Let me try and think. Something that you might be able to do, actually, is using keys. You may be able to carve out the land and then anarchy a building on top of it. Here, let me explain. Let's say you want to try and run this in a situation of... We're going to try and put a triangle building here. So I'm going to put a key here and a key here. That does allow, like, the territory to be a little nicer, and we can use move it to kind of collapse the corners down a little bit, but within reason. To try to get it a little bit nicer. The problem is, like, move it is a little bit brutal when it comes to how it actually does heights on keys, because keys are, like, weirdly set with the way it does their heights. But you might be able to, like, flesh out the corner with a key. And then, let's see if we can find a triangle. Alright, so like a building like this. Building must be placed park or roadside. Alright, well, we're just going to place it here. And I'm going to use move it to bring you over here. So something like that. Do you kind of see what I'm going for, Aberchu? Like, that might do what you need it to do. Certain keys are a bit better when it comes to how steep they can be. So we've got this concrete key, which works incredibly well for a lot of situations. You can see that some sides of it can be just straight up and downs. The problem is, like, with keys, is you're not going to get... Don't think it will work with the building you want to use, though. You might be able to force it. There are other keys that should allow you to do steeper angles, so let's do, like, something like this. And let's see how steep this thing can work with angles. Oh, that works significantly steeper. Yeah. It looks a little weird at the corner, but if you're going to be covering it up with a building, you shouldn't have to worry about it all that much. This key is the concrete key. Works like a normal key, but with a different look. There are other keys as well. There's a bunch of modded keys that you can get that really have different ways that you do things. Hitbox of the square is a bit larger and unaligned with the building itself. Huh. I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things that if you have the Move It mod, you're definitely going to do some fiddling around with, but you might be able to get it to work. It's definitely a lot of micro movements, though. Do you know with the movement mod, if you hold Control or Alt, it adjusts how much or how little you move things? If you hold down Alt while using Move It, you'll move things in a grid like this. And if I stop holding down Alt, you can see how smooth it is. So Alt, you can see it's all grid-like, and without Alt, it's very like that. And then if I hold down Control, you can see how much my mouse is moving, but how little the object is actually moving. So you can use Control for very fine movements. Move it. I use it quite a bit. Yep, it's the curse of movement. Once you have it, you can't play without it. Move It is a dangerous mod because it just revolutionizes the way you beautify your town. It's just so dangerous and so good. Alright, so this campus, we have students, we have attractiveness. So now we just need to give you guys money for academic works. Yeah, just fill it with a little money. Okay, so students should start to flock to this building. And we have a good cap of 1650, so it should immediately, like, hit its cap, for sure. Oh yeah, no, we've hit our cap. People they have flocked to this building at an incredible speed. Yeah. But yeah, Move It is a very dangerous mod, because once you start to move it, you can't stop move-it-ing. There is a reason that for the longest time, Move It, before it had an official sort of like, it was part of the Find It, you know, all those It mods. Its picture on the Steam Workshop was just the lemur from Zanzibar. But you got Move It. It was very important you got Move It. You ignored the weird picture, whatever, don't care, gotta move it. And yeah, it's You can see how much of a game changer it is just by how much it does. How much it's able to up your ability to, you know, do whatever you need it to do. Alright, so campus is making money. People want to move in. That's fine. They'll figure it out. I mean, like, the campus is already, like, at the attractiveness level. It just needs to get some works. But that's going to take some time. So what can we do to kind of help ensure that it stays good? Yeah, put a groundskeeping office. That'll be fine. Another club building. Cool. So what's interesting is these keys have paths built into them, but I don't know how to connect any pre-existing paths to these keys, unless it has to be like, I wouldn't say pedestrian roads. Hamburger. Oh, Bamberger. Thank you. Okay, where are the other types of pedestrian roads? Because there's multiple types of pedestrian roads. There's zonable pedestrian roads, which we're looking for. I think that's what it wants here, but I can't seem to find that network. I can't seem to find what works for that. I might be a hair tired. I wonder... Actually, hold up. Excuse you. Oh, you can just move a path to there, and then I guess I could move it to make it, like, touch. Yeah, let's make it cuddle. Alright, and if I say... Let's say I want to do this, and just bring you down to, like... Excuse you. Stop. Just stop. Okay, yeah, you can thicken this up a bit. Alright, that works, that works. Yeah, thicken it up. Oh, and then you just move it to kind of fix the height, and raise it, and settle it, and level it. Cool. Neato burrito. From the city where large portions were constantly on fire. Had a load of fire stations and fire helicopters, but as soon as they stop on fire, another pops up. I had to use Ragnarok to disable non-disaster related fires because they kept destroying everything. So actually with the latest patch, they cranked down the fire problems. But something that I do, just as a general piece of insurance when my city does get to the point that it is big like this, I also put the Firewatch towers around the outer border because a lot of times I noticed forest fires will kick up, and once a forest fire kicks up, it spreads into the city, especially if you have very dense woods right next to your town. This happens, tends to happen quite frequently. Aside from that, I know it's still a problem overall. I know that other mods that I have, because there's like the City Anarchy mod, that one can turn off random fires as well. I just have random disasters turned off though, and that's just a setting that I run with because, yeah, bonk her. Bonk her for what? Map I'm playing on doesn't have dense forest. Oh. Barely has any. Huh. Do you have the smoke detector ordinance? That might be worthwhile turning on. Oh, damn. Okay. And I'm guessing your fire station distribution is at a similar density to what I have here. Actually, this area is not very dense at all. Like, these buildings should be on fire for sure, and yet it hasn't happened. How is your traffic? Are your fire trucks able to get to your buildings without much traffic issue? Like, far denser. I keep adding them. Oh. What is your traffic flow at? Is it mostly green areas in these outer spaces? Like, the only areas I have traffic issues are, like, this right here, which is painful because it's a weird choke, and these couple weird chokes, which are going to get out of here, too. I will say another way to assist traffic is a problem. Not much of a problem. Mostly light orange. I would see if you can try to get it down to green in most areas. I feel like alleviating traffic means trucks can get to places quicker, which means that places burn down and spread fire a lot less. But another thing that is useful is always make sure your stations are not on main roads here. Ah! Bah. Never put a station on a main road, because let's say a station needs to let out a bunch of trucks to go respond to a fire, and that road is blocked from traffic, where are the trucks gonna go? But if you put them on these back roads, back and beyond, where there's barely any traffic, it's very easy for them to navigate around and find the best route and hit their maximum speed and not get that issue. Yeah. Basically, the less busy intersections a vehicle can use to get to any building of importance will be good for it. The other thing is return routes. How easy is it once the vehicle has done its job? Is it for that vehicle to get back to the main building? Because if you have a lot of one-way roads, let's say you had one-way roads where this bottom half was all one-ways that led to the east, this top half was all to the west. You know, let's say you have a fire down here, and the station that's responding is over here. Well, it's going to come over to here, and then it's going to have to go all the way up, down, and around to get back, or it's just going to go boom, boom, be done. Finding out how long those routes take is also very important. I would say for any city, a good goal to hit is when it comes to traffic flow, try to maintain somewhere between 70 and 80. If you can keep above 80, you shouldn't be having these problems. And if it's something like that, it might be something more. I try to reduce traffic by making compromise with metro system, but my game has a bug where it won't let me set any metro routes. Yeah, I've seen that bug before because it killed one of my saves too. You might have to try and be creative then. Something that I do when I'm avoiding metros is I will basically bring the metro above ground, and I'll do you know, a Cleveland with an elevated rail that goes down a boulevard above the boulevard, or I will try to have a lighter rail like the trams or the electric buses through the main streets to try to keep people incentivized to walk. Another thing is to try to, you know how road hierarchy works? Make sure your mass transit has a hierarchy as well. The train line is really only used for major connections. It is used for moving people to the airport, and when I make this farm town, it's going to be used for getting people to this farm town. It's not really. It's going to be used for getting like tourists in and out of the city, but it's not being used for stops like everywhere inside the town. For the stops everywhere inside the town, we have the tram depot, which has a couple different sets of routes. Let me grab the tram routes, the trouts. So, if I try and isolate some routes, let us turn off all the routes except for the pink route and the dark red route. And let's take a look at these routes. So these routes are the two routes that I currently have going to this station, and these are major routes. The pink route goes along this bottom section here in a large perimeter with very loose stops every now and then. As does the magenta route, does the same thing, but on this upper spot here, and I might actually bring it up to here, bridge it upward there. And the whole reason that we do that is because we want to try and keep a bit of a slower, these routes carry a lot of people. The red and magenta routes should be my heavy people movers. They shouldn't be going frequently, but they should be moving basically people from the main metro hub to the substations. I'm gonna just get you moved over here. Yep. Cool. And then if we ignore them and look at all of our other routes, we have a purple route here, which circles this neighborhood. I might extend it up to here. We have a between red and purple route here, which just takes this, section of neighborhoods. The red route, which takes these neighborhoods. The orange route, which takes these neighborhoods. The yellow route, which takes these neighborhoods. The light green route. The, fuchsia. That's a good word for it. The green route, which is here. The light blue route, this is here. Guess what this route color is going to be? Like, these routes are going to service these blocks of neighborhoods, and they'll interconnect to these larger, more, central lines that will be pulling in and out these major players. And I want to do, actually, is expand these trams out to the proper sizing. So I want you at a tram 90. Hey, Thori, tram 90. So the bigger routes can distribute people primarily from this station out to its other stations. Actually, we have a fire right here, and before I even got to notice it, fire truck was already there. Let's see if we can try to spot a fire and see how it goes. See how quickly it takes to put it out. It's like you put a lot of effort into these. Yep, because when it comes to the ideas of what you're trying to do is the road hierarchy that exists and is like preached heavily by the people. Okay, here, actually, hold up. A fire at this building. Let us use Open Transfer Manager to see where the fire truck is. Fire truck has been summoned by this building. It just left. It just left this station over here. When it's going to get to where it needs to go, it ignores the intersection because emergency vehicles do that. And it just goes. But these intersections are wide open, and it's very easy for it to just make its way over. That fire truck stopped not once getting from where it started to where it ended, and was able to quickly respond to the building before it caused any problems. Because nobody drives. The amount of cars driving on the roads is very minimal, especially within these sub-neighborhoods. On these outer, heavily used thoroughfares, this is where businesses are, so service trucks will come to drop off goods here frequently. But that's perfectly okay, because we know that with our bike lanes here, those trucks will slide into the bike lane to deliver their goods. If they disrupt bike traffic, bikes can go around. They can go to the sidewalk. They can go to the street. They can get around. But if it was to say, let's say there were no bike lanes and that was a vehicle lane and a truck was to block it, cars would have to disrupt their own lane plus the next lane over, maybe even the third lane, to try to get around a truck trying to service a building. Because you have to realize every time that there is a building being serviced by a truck, what will happen is, let's see if we can find a truck that's going to go deliver goods. It took in the time it took for the truck to get there, a fire would have spread to 5 other buildings. Maybe its spread got turned up. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, spread might be turned up or something. Do you have hard mode turned on? Because I think that increases how it goes when it comes to how quickly how quickly fires spread. The hard mode mod is just how hard mode is toggled. No, avoid hard mode. Oh, I'm not sure. That is weird. Yeah, it seems like something has turned the setting up super high where things are going super fast. That is weird. I'm not sure how to address that. Huh. Alright. Technical Institute of Rock Valley. What were we gonna name this? Flesh University? Flesh Campus? We could be creative and name it like the Hippo Campus. I don't know. It's like a part of the brain. Alright. And didn't want to distract you with my problems for too long. No, no, no! It's perfectly fine to ask questions on how I do things and why I do things. That's completely fine and understandable. You are perfectly welcome to bring those to the forefront. Okay. So something that I want to do here is I want to start building like a little farm town. So let's look at farm towns in Google Maps and kind of draw some inspirations. Google Maps. I have Google Maps, the words Google Maps. Okay, well. Let's go to the middle of freaking nowhere. Is there a town out here? O'Neill? O'Neill. So let's look at O'Neill. Little town in the middle of nowhere, picked randomly out of nowhere. O'Neill's got a pretty thick main street with a lot of low-end buildings. Abby, what's up? Ogden, Iowa. Okay. I grew up in a farm town. Oh, okay, cool. So we can just see right here, literally just open fields, maybe some duplex housing, but not a lot of upbuild, big yards. Let's go to the main street. So this is a yield. This is second. You would think second would be big, but doesn't seem like it is. Alright, first. This is probably your biggest main road you've got. A lot of duplex housing and nothing going on. Yeah, no, the roads don't even have, like, driveways. Or, like, sidewalks. You've got a depressing pizza place. Oh, dear God, you're depressing. You want to see my house? No, I don't want to dox you. And then you've got this overpass here. And if you don't go this way, there's nothing that way. Oh, my God. Oh, it's gone now? Oh. Like it burnt down? Or it got bulldozed? August 2009. Wow, you can see how often, like, vehicles actually come by here. Like, 2009 was when this was taken. Oh my God. Then 2013? A Google Street View vehicle has not been here in 10 years in some places. Silverton, Oregon. But yeah, it's just like a single main road, and that's it. It just goes for a bit, and goes for a bit. This is their main street. There is not much more to it. There's a water tower. There's a railway nearby with a factory, a mill next to it. This mill looks like it's seen better days. But that's it. Like a couple mills by the rail side. If we come here, this is probably your actual main street. Oh my god, look at how sad the main street is, though. A lot of soybean and feed production. The Well coffee shop. Water's Edge. What water? I ain't seen a river this whole time I've been here. People's Bank. Dags. Whaleway situation. Goodwill. Oh, look, baby. Baby. Yeah, God. Rehab? God, the physical therapy building's tiny, too. Street parking, a lot of street parking. Joe's Haircuts for Men. This is from 2010. Yeah, you can see the image capture date right here. Ogden Total Fitness. Ah, the Gime. Auto, electric, and tune-up. Wait a second, wait a second. Let's look. Alright, so this is 2013. We moved back one. Back onto this street. Oh, that's a train passing by. I was like, who put graffiti in this town? Who in this town knows graffiti? This is not a town that changes often, yeah. Maybe a new business now and then, but not much else. It's usually just there to replace someone else's business. Community library. Dental office. Yeah, just a little place. Old house was right across the street from the high school. Huh. And it's just a quiet little community right against the farms. Let's look up Silverton, Oregon now. Oh, this is a big little community, isn't it? Yeah, look at how dense it is. It's got a main street that has a little bit of an angle and a couple deviation roads that come out of it, but along that main street, like, that's where everything is. Then as soon as you get away from that main street, it's corn! Corn. Corn, corn, corn. Let's go down to eye level. Of course, the main street doesn't really have much going on when it comes to, like, buildings. But there's a lot of people walking around. Oh yeah, no, the main street is where, like, everyone goes on Water Street, it's like. Ain't nobody doesn't use Water Street every day of their lives. But of course, like, intermixed with all of the, you know, commercial buildings, you're immediately back in a residential area. And then it'll probably spike back up to commercial buildings at some point. A little bit up the road. And then go back down. And that's just how the zoning is. It's more of a, you know, it accommodates the needs of the community rather than, you know, is planned out and thoroughly thought out. Very nice little, like, grill. I'm assuming... Yeah, this is 2019. This is right before the pandemic. Oh, these poor souls don't know what's about to hit them. Every time I see photos from, like, 2019, that's the only thing that comes to mind. Is like, oh, they don't know what's about to happen to them. Oh, that's unique. It makes a one-way here. Silverton Strawberry Festival. I'm guessing if we go up to this road here, this... Ooh, this becomes a one-way the other way. So it's like a, Interesting. So it's two one-ways that handle pretty much all the commercial business. And then I'm going to assume at some point they're going to re-merge back together once the commercial dies down a little bit. So it's one way here, but there's still, like, you know, playground and whatnot. Though I don't know how much of a playground you'd call an open field with a fence, but, you know, that's what it is. And then here is where it returns to normal. And we go back over here. Then we have our... This is like a middle road that probably is a connector. And we come up to here. This proper road here is where you'd make a left, and this is a one-way going this way. Okay. My mom lives in the far outskirts of this town. Oh. Okay, so this reminds me of another town that's relatively near me called Youngwood. Alright, let's go look at Youngwood. Should be... Yeah, there it is. It has a similar situation here, where it has two main roads that the entire town is funneled around. One is a one-way going this way, and the other is a one-way going this way. I've had to do service in this area, so I have a general idea of what it's like. But of course, along these main roads, you have your rail lines for things like, you know, your factories and drop-offs and all that other good stuff. Your local goods and whatnot. But it also quickly, you know, devolves into the countryside. So it's basically like, you know, this connector road with an, you know, an interstate here. And if you go up here, there's probably, yeah, another interstate here. So this road basically just, you know, this whole community just lives on this road here. Doesn't really do much more than that, but, you know, it works for what they need it to be. You know, all of the commercial businesses live here. And it means that these roads themselves are lower density, but they're also split. I like this. This is cute. This is cozy. There's also an area to U-turn in case you, you know, have regrets, like we all do. And I'm gonna guess right here is where they have their little cozy town sign. Yep. Though this area has been under construction like hell, so I don't know if we'll get a good recent image. I don't know if we have the ability to go back in time on Street View. Forget how you go back in time. See more dates. There it is. So let's go back to 2012 before construction really began here. Oh yeah, there was like a little diner here. And this is probably like a, yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking. It was basically like, you know, a construction office where they just have a bunch of goods and you'd come by and get it, and immediately right next to all of these, you know, building materials made of toxic chemicals, you've got your pizza place. And then this road is just, you know, a straight road that goes down this way with a bunch of little houses and shops until you get into the city proper. You know, there's Sheets! Sheets! If you're ever in the Pittsburgh area, it's better than a 7-Eleven. And it's, you know, just a bunch of, like, residential, you know, stuff. But, you know, some of these houses have been converted into, commercial buildings. So you've got some of that. You've got some churches hidden up in here. Yeah, like, literally homes that are just, like, this is a home, this is an office. The person who lives in this home works in this office. A church on every side of the road, every 6 foot. Oh, God. There's nothing like a store like one of these where you walk inside and you wonder, is anything I eat here going to be safe? And you know the answer is no. Youngwood Dog Club. Okay. Bunch of banks, another church. Like, literally just clicking down this road is like, count how many churches. Can you count all of the churches? I'm sure that I've skipped a couple. Utsman is very upset about the Google. This man is stunned by the Google car. VFW. Oh yeah, no. Areas like these usually have VFWs or like veterans things or like moose clubs or Mason halls, things like that. Those are very common occurrence. So this is a less of a commercial street and has a bit more residential, but I assume if we slide down the hill at the turn, yeah, there's a Sunoco 7-Eleven crossover. So if we go over here and start sliding down the hill. Well, hold up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Hello, sir. Boop. Hello, sir. Boop. We've got... Yeah, this looks a lot more dense. We'll probably find, like, a couple supermarkets along this road, a couple fast food places, like the Burger King here. But we also know that all of their rail is down here. We can see the, we can see a substation down here, too. So this is much more heavy commercial. Dallas, Oregon. My brother lives there. There's a church nearby no matter where in town you are. Nice. I mean, for that communities like that, they don't have much in regards to things, so a lot of community functions function around churches. So that's how you kind of connect with the community, is through your church. Yeah, there's a strip mall here, so that's exactly, you know, what we were looking for. But this strip mall sits like right in front of the railroad tracks to cover them up. Like if I come over here into this strip mall and work my way over here, you can see like the telephone poles for a rail line. I don't think I can get any closer than that, but we know if we're right here. Yeah, rail lines. Rail lines coming through here. Substation here. A couple factories here. Maybe behind the factories are some of the farms, some of the fields, some of these, you know, just big. It's a simple, like, work facility, a community college, you know, whatever. And I assume a lot of these flats of land are farms. Yeah, it's probably... Did it say when in 2013 that it took these photos? Because I'm curious to see if we can change that date. Because if we can change the date that these photos are taken, we'll probably see these fields being a bit more fruitful. This looks like it was taken maybe fall, maybe winter. Because look at how much brown is happening in the woods. Like, oh my god, you can zoom in so close. Oh my god, you can zoom in so close now. Oh my god. Here, you can almost read the tombstones. But yeah, these were taken in winter. Because just you can see how brown the vegetation is. It's fall, winter, nothing is alive. But yeah, this is all farmlands out here. Alright. That's interesting. I like that. You said Dallas, Oregon. We may take a look at it later if we need more inspiration to continue to kind of, you know, feed into this. But I think I have what I need, and if we know what we're going to go with, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be smart. We have the ability to do parallel roads. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick from here and just continue along this. And then we are going to convert this one into... yeah, something like that. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to space that out a bit, because these things get spaced out by a couple blocks. If not one block, 2 blocks. So that's what we'll do, is we'll space these guys out by 2 blocks. Okay, so if we use Shift and plus... And then we're going to take all of these roads. And just say, you all here. And you're going to go to terrain height. Cool. That fixes those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect you and you. I'm going to grab all of them and move them down and back a bit. What I'm going to do also is only do nodes. There we go. So we can center this a bit. Like that. So we can pull those in and separate you guys out a little bit. Hey Inkwell, how you doing? We're trying to build an interesting kind of farming community here, based off a couple people's hometowns and places that I've been personally. Run for a bit as I have to commute from home to work. Might tune in later if you're still streaming. Have a good one. I will probably be live till about 10, 11 o'clock, so we'll see. We will see. We'll put that in the middle here. There we go. The song goes hard. Yeah, SimCity music used to... SimCity music slaps. I'm not gonna count the 2012. It doesn't count. It shouldn't count. Actually, you know what? This is the road that we want to sync on. Cool. So we're gonna go with this like interesting kind of town setup where the town revolves around these kind of like fan roads with these, you know, nodes, and they'll separate out at some point. But yeah, we can kind of really build some like ideas on how to build this out from them. And this is pretty much just all residences back here. Not much more else. But it helps really build like an interesting townscape. So every other one looks like it can kind of extend to this like middle part that I'm kind of building out here. And then here. Happy it's time. Yeah, those are some Pokemon. Hell yeah. We can curve that. And we could just kind of... I guess continue to kind of float this around. Ugh. No, just assign a grid. That's fine. Feel like I hear Shamburger in the back of this one. From AoE 2. Not aware. Shamburger? All as well, didn't make much progress. I see tonight hanging with people. Not sure if my high school friends are on tonight. Oh. It's the first track you hear in a new game. Oh. I only played AoE 3. That was the one that I had. Angles, what's causing problems? But I understand that. It's like starting up StarCraft and you hear that, you know, when you're playing Terran, that, you know, that classic guitar. There's nothing like the StarCraft Terran music for me. Like, is such a good vibe. Here, I'm gonna go find it real quick. I know I have it. Terran. Yeah. Oh. Classic. Back before Blizzard went to shit. Though I wouldn't be surprised if they were one of those like, oh, we've always been shit. We've just been great at hiding it kind of companies. Ooh, wow. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Bum. Bum. Like, it's just so good. The drums with like the little peppering of like bongos. And then, like, the music doesn't carry on like a segment for too long. It's always doing something new. No, I'm not acknowledging my work phone right now. Stop. My fingernails are too short. I can't get to the lock button. The lock button. But it just flows. It just has such a vibe. Doom, 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 doom. Ba-da-da-da, down. Ah. Like, the song itself is also brilliant in the way that it kind of tells you everything you need to know about the Terrans. Like, they're country, but they're industrious country. And the song kind of tells you exactly that in just this musical storytelling. It's great. God, I don't know. I love video game music when, like, they just do stuff like this where you just listen and you can imagine, like, a Terran base buzzing and humming away, making siege tanks and Goliaths. You know, getting ready to, you know, attack an unsuspecting Zerg hive. Little do they know that their own ignorance will be their downfall from, you know, the Overlord just over the cliffside. But they'll hum away. They'll keep working. And then it changes styles just like that. But it's the same song. Like, it's music for a race that works hard and plays hard. It's so warm. I know! Then it just kind of, you know, floats off into the aether of space as you succumb to another wave of Zerglings. Terran 3 is a classic. I mean, all of the Terran music's classic. You can hear me gushing about it. Even though I never played a lot of StarCraft. I had it for N64. I still have StarCraft on N64. I thought it would be like a rare collector's item or something, you know, it'd be something of value, but it's StarCraft on N64. Yeah, that's pretty much how we're doing the zoning here. That friggin' distorted guitar. Just out there hammering away. Not a care in the world. Like, the music carries such a weird warmth to it. Like, you could almost imagine watching, like, the Weather Channel to it and, like, listening to the local on the 8s. You know? Your local forecast. You know? But you can kind of get that vibe from, like, what it is. Alright, we're gonna cheat a little. Don't tell anybody. We're converting this land into, farmland. Because I really want to make this town, like, this farm, like, kind of snuck in up here. But it really carries its warmth with it. It really carries itself in a very, like, you know, in a very way. Oh, crap. This is all, like, ore industry. Hmm. And it kind of flitters off as it does. This is like almost like a music that describes the Terran struggle. Music for getting sieged. The enemy is out there, and it just killed a bunch of your SCVs. What are you gonna do? And this is where you kind of get more of the themes of the patriotism that lurks within the Terran army. And their loyalty to their government. And how, like, when you've angered this beast, like, they are a military force. You kind of got some hints of that in the other songs, but this song is all about the military of the Terrans. These slow, melodic builds. You know, the nice thing is you can tell this is a recording of, like, you know, actual players. You can hear the breathes in that oboe section. Which I always appreciate in a good piece of music. When you can hear the people playing the music actually taking, you know, the breaths and the struggle they're going through to play this piece. Like, I was a band kid. I understood the struggle, though I was drums. But yeah, that's the Terran music. It very well, like, describes the Terrans and how they are and how they work and all that good stuff. It's like every piece of race music in the game just is a hallmark to one of the major attributes of the race. Just telling a story. Just really orchestrating what is the Terran, the Zerg, the Protoss all about. And then Blizzard had to be a piece of shit. But, you know, what can you do? I don't know, not get bought by Activision. Alright, what kind of education do them good boys out here have? Not much. We really don't want to overeducate the people out here. If they want to go to college, they'll go to college in the city. But if they want to get to school, then they'll get to school every way they want to get to school. We also want to make sure the elementary and the high schools have a place for people to actually exist. Other thing is we want to make sure we give this area a rail network. So we'll start to customize this out with parks and greens and places for them to do their thing. Of course, this being out in the country, it's got to have a big track and field for its high school. Boy, there ain't nothing else to do besides Friday night football with the boys. The boys. Man, I love snakes. Where can I put you? It's gonna work. And a Rome runs straight through a window challenge. Yeah, true. That's not gonna turn out all that well. We're gonna hit a foul balls straight into a window challenge. Actually, no, not with that fence there. Possibly. There could be a couple fouls that dunk off of that pretty good. I'll say that. I think maybe it's best to put it like out here. Maybe that's the best bet. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to make a lot for this too, so it's not that. No, we're gonna have to make like a proper lot for these kids. Yeah. That's a lot. We really don't want to have anybody out here. And we use a little bit of move it. Get that into place. We could sneak that up a little bit, too. Actually, you know what'd be interesting? You have the community pool, like, right here, right? I wonder how many foul balls end up in the community pool during the summer games. How many kids get beamed by a foul ball when they're trying to go in the community pool? It's fine. They'll survive. Hit a high foul ball to the right. Lifeguard on duty's got something to do. A little morbid, but you know. It's how we get our comedy here. I mean, you could also hit a home run and, like, dunk one of the people in the track. God, imagine pole vaulting or something like that, and you get hit on the way up. Oh my god. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Do you think anybody baseballs during MLBs is one of the funniest things ever? Oh my god. Do we have golf? Callaway Golf Shop. No, I want links, damn it. Yeah. Golf. Mini golf. Field. I'd be interested in making a golf course out here sometime, but I'd have to find an asset for that. It's a clip of an outfield fucking towing a ref. Oh my god. Out here, there is no education boost, though. I will say that. Reaction is so delayed. Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh no, I hit a referee. How sad. What a misery. Oh, the misery. Eight. Yeah. I wish I could copy the metadata, because then I would just be like, this is a field of wheat. All of you, become wheat. Unfortunately, I have to, like, go through the old-fashioned way. Everyone's potatoes. You have been potatoed. Potato. 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 Oh, another thing we want to do is we want to invest heavily in farming. Generic industry. Yeah, that's what we want to... Repost this potato to your friends. Do not at Yoda with a potato. Wheat, wheat. Wait. 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 Come on. Wait. 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 You'll never find it again. It's gone and you'll never see it, but you'll know it's there. Repost this to potato your friends. Wow, so wacky. move the place and everything over here. Okay, so what we want to do is I'm just gonna right through the middle here. Yeah. We'll get bigger facilities to store goods, but for now this is what we're going to use. Actually, hold up. You guys. Look like capacitors. Kind of. Cool. Make it easy. And you guys will be cotton. 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 Guess what? It's cotton. And finally, y'all will be corn. Give me your corn. I'm hungry for your corn. A lot of cotton. I mean, people wear clothes. People wear clothes. Buy my book. For corn. Where I live, sugarcane is everywhere. Yeah. Cool. Unfortunately, this is based off of Europe and America. North America. Oh, we've got a lot of fields out here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make another factory area over here for processing. Maybe one guy wears a shirt. About right, yeah. Actually, we're going to extend this area over here. Basically, we're going to have processing. Mills and all that good crap. We gotta have that industry get turned into stuff. Tyr, how are you doing? I saw you were streaming earlier. How did it go? I was at work, and I'm sorry. I wanted to be there and watch you do digital bunny things. Unfortunately, my job decided to be a pain in my ass today. That's what it is. Work is stinky. Yeah, I feel that one. You were promoted. Oh, yo, wonderful. Extra income. Always a good thing. Ah! Whoa. Thank you. Working on the knock. I don't know what the knock is. Salut. Ooh. Thank you. Alright, so we're gonna put some pig farms out here. It's gonna make the road smell like horrid, but, you know, it is what it is. Sheep, 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 sheep. You're all sheep. That's fine. And this area is gonna have issues having any goods. Network Operations Center. Nice. Right, farms need water. That one's important. Animals need water too. Right, that one's important. Alright, so we've got some fields. They'll start producing goods. Then what's going to happen is those goods will get stored into this building here. And then once these buildings are filled up, they will distribute to these buildings where they will get processed into their first stage. We'll eventually move these buildings down here to the proper factory area where they will do their farm thing. And we'll actually start to do some processing. Meanwhile, out here, we've got all of these wonderful goods. Right, we never gave our elementary school facilities a place for the kids to be the kids that they are. A place for a kid to be a kid. You should probably put, like, baseball and whatnot accommodations somewhere. I assume they're going to want to something have... They are going to want to have something like that. God, speaking English. Couple baseball throwing stars. Eventually these areas will bridge, and at that point they'll work. Looks like a radioactive park. It's an interesting design, but it does come with a pre-built pavilion in the middle, where you would have like a concession stand for goods. You know, delicious snacks to provide to the children. Consumable Lunchables. Severed Snake. Yeah, things like that. No, go along the roadways, you booty. Cool. So slowly, as buildings populate and this area balances itself and all that crap happens, it'll figure itself out. Let that do its thing. That's fine. That's cool. That's fabulous. That's crazy taxi. Okay. So what do we do while this area suffers? Because it's going to bleed out for a little bit. Make more industry, because the area is going to want industry. We're gonna want some ore. Yeah. Because we've got a very dense ore industry out here. This is actually... Our area already has a main building, right? Cool. We can also build a pretty dense forestry industry out here, too. So we'll be able to get 3 of the 4 industries out here in this, like, area. This, like, area. want to do is I actually want to keep these like 90-degree angles here. Because, like, this is all industry area out here. I have no intent on having residential, like... I think that's our line right there. No, like a buffer of residential right here. But we're also going to need to have some city services centered near the middle here, because that's going to be a problem if we don't. Parks. Probably a dog park. Probably a good idea. Bark. Does that bridge the electricity? Yay! Now this whole area is getting electrified. Neat burrito. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? A couple more parks. Oh, you're so close. Come on. Bark. I don't know how often Fred barks, but... Then again... I'm sure with enough channel points, you probably convince them to do anything. I mean, Tank rickrolled them multiple times with a good amount of channel points and creative messages. I like how, because, like, there's an associate... Tank, are you here? Tank is not here. Oh, they left. Unfortunate. But because Tank and I, like, you know, hang out and are cool, I like... Fred is probably aware of that because of the, you know, hey, you know, like... Tank will be like, hey, Abby, and I'll be like, hey, Tank, when we see each other in chat. You know, like the Spider-Man pointing meme. But it's like... They're probably aware that we know each other, so it's difficult to, like, you know, you have to be aware when people know each other because they usually pull the same trolls. They usually, you know, associate with the similar japes. They're up to the same no-good miscreants. A naughty little beast. A dastardly devil. Up to no good. Oh my god! Why? Just bridge the gap! Where are you going? What are we waiting for? Why is my head floating off into deep space? Alright, that settles the needs for you guys, and then gives the area trash. Like me! Right, libraries! I have one more type of building I could throw down in a couple places. Give me a library! A library. And that should bridge the power gap. Cool. Alright, so pretty much anywhere else a house decides that it wants to build itself, we should be able to proliferate it with power. Library for the nerds. Yeah. Okay, so at this point, we're basically just waiting to see how things develop. It'll do what it does. You can put a couple, like, buildings like that in the middle of areas like town. Yeah, and the area should slowly populate itself. Cool. Alright, so now we've got industry out here, right? We were going to do mine industry, mindustry. I just want you to start doing some surface scraping. Scrape and lick. Scrape and lick. That ore really grinds my gears. Then we want storage. And we can probably sneak another one into these spaces. Yeah, by just being creative and using a little bit of move it to wiggle things down the line. And power is needed out here. I know. What can I do to proliferate a little power down here? I could probably pop a recycling center somewhere. Problem is, this area is not exactly an area for residences, so I'm going to say no to homes. Get the hell out of here. There are gonna be businesses down in this corner. Ain't nothing like John's Pizzeria right next to the radioactive ore deposit. Ugh. I love that back in, like, our little town, our favorite pizza place to go, my brother and I, was right next to an auto shop that routinely had to be closed because there was just oil spills constantly and they had to, like, have crews in to clean it up. And we're like, yeah, the place next to this is great, though. Like, it's always so cheap, and it's pretty good, and it's not super oily somehow. Can't spell superfluid without super. True. How much superfluid do you have inside you? The answer will surprise you. Can't spell superfluid without soup. 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 When they made that Half-Life sound effect, was that like... That was definitely not what was on the person's mind, but like... I heard soup. I have come... Not that soup. No, we're talking about superfluid. Not Kobold Panera Bread from D&D. Call of the Kobold was made. Okay. It's fine. Soup... Soup is not real. Soup cannot hurt you. Oh my god. Why are you not traveling? Oh, I see. Ooh, weird. Strange. Your lines are not defined properly. Yeah, we gotta rebuild this. Filled with cobalt 60. not the right kind of cobalt. At least I don't think so. I'm not sure that's the cobalt was talking about. I don't know. Okay, those have their crossovers proper, which means in theory I might be able to just turn off the traffic light here and be a monster. Yeah, sure, why not? Cause some problems. I don't give a shit. Actually, wait a minute. No, I can turn on the light here. I'm just being stupid. Because I can do this and say, you get right turns for free. Get right turns for free. You get right turns for free. You get right turns for free. Don't hold up the intersection. This is not a crossing point, too. Also, yeah, for the love of God, stop trying to cross at this point. What are you doing? Why are you crazy? Oh my God. You are psychopaths, and you are going to get yourselves killed. Pay Rock Valley Premium for more turns. Now that's thinking like a smart mare. Oh my God! What is this lane crossing, banana fanery? Excuse you all, could you not do that? What kind of madness? I'm gonna come over here and just 3 lanes across the friggin' carrot road. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Gotta get people into town. All them country bumpkins need to get over here. Wow, that grew quick. Alright, how's college doing? Oh, college is depressing. Same. It'll get there. We just have to get some things. We're waiting for the academic year to finish. Ends in 6 days. You're gonna take a while, aren't you? We'll come back to you. We're gonna let that one simmer. Alright, Rock Valley Industrial is going. The ore products are building. We've got workers out here. They're all stupid as hell, so they love doing these industry jobs, which is great. Pine Farms is already on level 2, too. It's just perfect. We can actually start doing the real stuff here. Yeah, get milking, get flowering, yeah. Milk up. And we can upgrade these buildings to small barns. You're not real anymore. Look at them, just like that. You're gone. Your job didn't exist. Your truck vanished in a poof of smoke. Isn't that cool? Anyway, bye. Is the mayor God? No. They just have the right mods. Alright, you. Empty. You. Empty. Which way are you facing? Should be emptying out this way. Yeah, weird barn. They should start filling up and deploying goods to these buildings. Yeah, you're full of craps. Cool. And now we need warehouses. A couple of them. Because we need the second step of goods put into warehouses. So what we want to put into here, animal products and flour. What we're also going to do is we're going to move all these buildings down by 1. And we're going to thicken up this road here. Yeah, you get thick. You get thick. Uncomfortably thick. I don't think this area is... Oh, okay. No, they're somehow getting power, I think. Yeah, they're getting power. Okay. So these poles can get removed. Everyone loves that famous Pink Floyd song, I Have Become Uncomfortably Thick. Yeah, your house is gone. I think that works better for the way these streets are laid out. I might do something similar up here too. Okay. Oh, what's left? What kind of building is this? Oh. Okay. I was like, who would build such a weird-shaped building in the middle of a rural... Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Why would you do such a thing? Just because you're a Burger King. It's fine. You may be a Burger King, but I'm a size queen. I mean, what? Who? What? Oh, I see. Hi, Peroxide. I saw the post in my Discord. I don't really want to do much here. I don't know. Feeling kind of stupid. Might expand the housing a little bit this way, but this feels more like it'll be an industrial area. Yeah. What the hell of a state path? That's basically stairs. The ball gets hit in the outfield too far, it's gonna roll down the hill. Oh, okay. They'll deal with it. Figure it out yourselves, you stupid kids. I'll do a little smoothie. Little smoothie. Little smoothie. Not the worst. There's no way that many parking spots accommodates 4 baseball fields, though. Oh, let's be real. Yeah, no, there's not even a game going on here, and you guys have filled the hell out of the spots. What the heck? What the heck, Lois? Where's my paths? Oh, stop. Don't make a house there. Oh. It's a weird little path. Sure, why not? I've seen weirder. Alright, at this point we're kind of just waiting for demand to figure itself out. It's always about demand. Yeah. This little rural town doesn't got a lot. When we get down to eye level, though, you can see them city slickers out in the distance. They don't know what life is like out here. Nothing but mew, the cows, and all that's left. It's actually pretty scenic. Yeah, once the population settles in, it'll probably look a lot better, too. You can also get some, like, nice views here, like the... Come on, move. There we go. Farmhouse with a bunch of lots. Oh. Silent Rob's Real Estate. CitySkylines.com. Okay, in the middle of the country, there ain't no way you're rocking an advertisement like that. That's cute. Actually, call you the WD-40 district. What I want to do. Commercial, I'm going to limit to this. Residential. Yeah. Policies. We're going to actually do a high-rise van here. Basically, any buildings that are like way too tall for a little town like this, get rid of them. You guys don't deserve to be big buildings. You guys should be tiny little, like, yeah, like theaters like that. Nothing like this. We can kind of force the aesthetic by being smart and just nuking buildings that don't fit the aesthetic. And eventually they'll put, like, waffle houses down. Car wash. You're not a Waffle House. You're not a Waffle House at all. You freak. You deceived me. Yeah, like 4 stories is the max I'll tolerate. And that's on an exception. Like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of here. I don't even count whatever artsy building this is. Get out of here. You're out. You're out of here. Get out of here. Is this 5 stories? Yeah, you're out. Goodbye. Yeah, we're looking for low density, low to the ground, you know. No, stop. Don't build things like that. Stop. Keep it small. Compact. What are you doing? There we go. That's fine. let it just kind of figure itself out from here. Are you real people? Or industry worker? Currently working. Yeah, I guess. Are they people? Are they real? Are they humans? Are you human? Is any of you real? Damn, one of you even real? Okay. At this point, we want to try to get some sort of rail line into this town because they have industry. They also have people, but they have industry and they should probably, well, they will want to get it out. They want to get their products out. They want to get their metals out. They don't want to use trucks, so we want to try to assist them as much as possible in avoiding truck. That will work, I guess. A couple factories. I guess. We want to do is we want to be smart about this, though. Yeah, we're going to do something like that, and then we're going to have a couple cargo distribution centers, like so. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that neat? That's neat. Now you're upset you exist. Same, but it's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just angle you down at a 135-degree angle. Like, really sharp. Well, I mean, like, not sharp, but close enough. And do the same this way. Because 135 is a little past, yeah, what we're looking for. So we're waiting for that to say 135.0. And now that we have that, we're going to take a point from this area. And we're going to look for 45 exact. Build it out that way. Delete you, delete you, delete you, delete you. Turn on all of our snappings. And now we have a nice little triangle. What we could do is we drag this forward a bit. We've got an interesting little road intersection here. Isn't that neat? Pull that way. Cool. So now we got to get that over there to the rail line. How are we going to do that? We are going to raise the roof to about 8 meters. Come across here at about 8 meters. 8 meters! 8 meters should be more than enough for a tall truck. Yeah, there are no trucks anywhere near tall enough to cause problems with the 8-meter line. So we're good there. And we're basically going to take this back down to level and just follow it out. The quickest way between 2 points is a straight line. And if we look at our contours, we don't really have to worry about much. We should be fine. It's not that big of a contour drop. I will say here, we might want to focus on getting a better bridge across, though. So, we're trying to stick with contours here. We want to try and make it so the train does not move through as many levels of height as possible. Basically, stays level as it goes across. And we'll come to about here, and then at this point we can separate it out. Cool. So this will allow trains in and out. We can just do a little wiggle with move it to fix that oddity. Cool. So now we should have organic cargo trains just coming in and out of these stations here. Any goods we produce will get put to these stations rather than have the trucks leave and take forever to get out of town. They'll come to these stations, deposit their goods, and go back to hell, where they belong. Which is good. We can also use this line to get a civilian train station coming into town as well. We get a rinky-dink little civilian train station here. Which is cute. It's cute. And I'm okay doing some at-level track here. And what we want to do, actually, is split this off before this intersection. Now, you're thinking, like, yo, this would be perfect. Just do it like a straight line from here and connect it. No, you don't want to do that. Because here's the thing. Let's say this station has 2 trains lined up to go in and out of it. There's your problem right there. Now nobody's going to be able to get past this point because the second train's sitting parked here. And it will never let the next train get across and get to where it needs to be. The further up the line that you can put it, the better when it comes to allowing trains to get the hell out. Kind of Factorio-ish, if you think about it. This is a problem that I've faced before and I've had to fix before, so... Oh, I sneeze. Didn't want to happen. I see how it is. I see how it is. It's the worst. I hate that half sneeze. Suddenly a South Park character. Look, you get that, like, half sneeze where it's just sitting there. You're snedging. I hate snedging. Just let my sneeze finish already, for the love of God. Oh, something just upgraded. Probably our ore. Oh, I love myself a good ore. Do we have any warehouses so we can actually put... Yeah, okay, we've got glass manufacturing. Alright, well, we don't have a good ore house, but... we can at least do that. Ore 2 dropped. Yo, I can't believe it. They made better ore. Ore house? Yeah, you know. Where you keep your ores. Alright, now we want to grab glass. Yeah. Okay. Once again, I ask, why is anyone watching this horrible, miserable... Why does anyone watch me? Well, I'm a memer. There we go. That's an interesting little, like, pile of stuff, because we love you. Aww. That's cute. Okay, you have nowhere near enough workers. You've produced a ton of goods, you just need more people. And you will get more people when you get more people. Alright. Yeah, right now our output is just stifled by not having souls. It's fine, the area will populate. Breed. Breed. Another thing that we want to do. You. Into town. Back out. Oh, well thank you, Montblanc. That's really appreciated. Okay, we're gonna do a dark green for our farm, business, factory, whatever we want to call it out here. Whatever this line is out here, it's gonna be dark green. Okay. What else do we wanna do? Oh, you get baked. You can make industrial steel. Oh my god, industrial steel is huge. It's a lot of steel. Does I sound like a character from Beavis and Butthead? That's a lot of steel. That sounded like the baby from Mario. Paint. A bit of a deep cut. Okay, so we've got ore storage here. It needs electricity, I think. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. Eh. Okay, buildings here are satisfied. You have no satisfaction. That's fine. Same. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out what I can do to be a little sneaky and... Oh, I could put garbage production over here. Well, garbage production. Garbage services over here. And just sneak them over the road line here. Yeah, like that. Okay, cool. We don't need a lot, actually. Just the one. Because we're more than fine on our capacity. Cool. So that works for you guys. The town is slowly fleshing out. Move that building over here. That way these houses have a little bit more fineness to them, I guess. We are going to get that green. I'm not going to put anything here because it's a recipe for disaster. Guess nothing wants to develop there. That's fine. That's understandable. And we want to avoid houses near the train station because we look Every train station has the same, I wouldn't say aggro radius, but it's basically like a, this bubble here is it's gonna be a lot of noise pollution because you live next to a train station. So we want to try to avoid putting citizens in there. That's as close as I'm gonna do, is up to this point here. And even then I'm still gonna be like, nobody here. And that, like, people down here, this is not a great place in town to live. You are, you know, there's garbage, there's ore, there's a train station. Like, this is low rent prices. This is bottom of the barrel if you could somehow go lower than the bottom. And some people know the struggle of living in a space like that. And I wish them the best. I'm actually going to move this over here just to give a little bit of leniency and breathing room to the residences that decide that they want to pick up and live here. It's going to cause a power disconnect for a moment, but moment a house builds up here. It's fine. Yep. Cool. Alright, area is nice and fulfilled, and we're gonna have to go through and delete skyscrapers again. They are developing way too tall. I'll tolerate you guys. That's fine. A lot of vehicles from people. A lot of vehicular movement. I honestly, a lot of the commercial businesses out here, probably I could get rid of in the name of making more residences. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is just like make gaps. Because there don't need to be this many commercial businesses out here. I don't know what I just deleted. I think that was the library. Find out in a moment. Yeah, I think that was the library. It's fine. They don't need an education. Also, out here, we probably should have radio masts, because I can gosh guarantee that an area like this, as rural as it is, does not have the proper facilities to be well prepared for any sort of meteorological weather event. So we want to make sure that they're prepared for that. An enemy. An enemy. An enemy. Meteorological sounds like a spell or something. Maybe. We'll see if it shows up in the next Final Fantasy game. Oh my god. Okay. The other issue is, because there are these like cheap stores out here in the middle of nowhere, it attracts people who just want to move in somewhere and have a simple business, and we want to try to avoid that. We want Out here, all of the commercial buildings out here to be owned by, or to be ran and operated by people who are locals. We do not want people from the city driving out here because there are job prospects. That is not a desirable solution right now, because that means it's generating a lot of extra traffic. Vexillogical. We want to make sure that the people who are moving out here are going to be working out here and supplying this area with what they need. The issue of all of these cars that are like people who you reside here, you are here. Why are you going to a supermarket out in the middle of town? Like, what's going on out there, hun? Family boutique, low land value. Why? Death care. Is there like a death epidemic? A death-edemic? No, you should be fine. Oh, but you're not. You want a corpse depository. What else do you not have? Elementary care. Well, you know what? I could downgrade you, and then you won't... Okay, well... There you go. That deals with that problem. Fish farm on polluted water. What's polluted here? Who's polluting my water? Polluting, rag tootin'? We got another pollution facility, just trying to slurp up pollution. Alright. You know what? Everything out here is called like Pine Ore Products, Pine Farm. This is a pine district. We are going to make a forestry industry out here, and it's just going to be called Pine Trees. It's the perfect name, though. It's just simple. What do you do? Pine trees. Da ba da ba. It's free. Look at that. The trees are already pine out here. They're confiters, whatever. Just dense it up a little bit. Let me say you. Trees. Lilac Industries. That's cute. Literally pine. Like, it's just makes sense. It's right there. Right at your fingertips. Another thing is we can move a lot of this recycling that we just kind of put down here to exist. That way the area had recycling, I guess. We can move that out, because it doesn't need to be out here anymore. Recycling buildings just naturally produce goods over time by collecting garbage and processing it. So a recycling building just kind of is like a mini factory in a weird way, where it'll just eat garbage and turn it into a truckload of goods. Not a bad thing, never a bad thing. It's just weird and interesting and different. But definitely something you want to focus on if you can. Oh my goodness. Hey, welcome back, Aberchu. Yeah, we definitely want Firewatch over the forestry area. Probably a good idea. Yep, and then we put our raw goods here. And our mills down here. Cool. And we want to convert you all to lilac forest products. That's cute. Because we have Pine Farm and the Pine District with pine ore products. Like, it's just pine trees. Don't not do that. Like, it's free. It's a naming scheme that works, and it's right there. I don't want alder. I want conifer. Conifer. Give me the conifer. No, that's alder. Conifer. This is pine. Cool. So basically, industry here is waiting explicitly for industry to happen. And you guys are planed timber. So what we want to do is we want to make a warehouse for the planed timber. I see. Wait, who dealt with the fire? Oh, helicopter. Okay. Do we really need a traffic light out here? It's a dirt road. Guys. It's a dirt road. Just go. There's not much to... It's a dirt road. Stop being proper at this intersection. Just go. Just go. Nobody's... Whatever. The traffic situation will figure itself out. Right, Pine District's developing fine. There's a little bit of demand bubbling up, but I don't care. It's figuring itself out, and we're trying to ensure that there isn't a lot of traffic. Oh my god, you lit up and immediately went like all of the tree. Did somebody light every tree in your front yard on fire? Oh my god. What the hell? Bro, there's an arsonist. Okay, so for here, we can do a little bit of traffic manipulation and say, yes, you can go in the box. Yeah, rest in the middle period. Middle area, it's fine. It's not gonna matter. You are free to make right turns on red. I do not care. Oh, hey. Farm upgraded to level 3. Neat. With that, we get some better milking. Apparently milk is, you know, when you milk something too hard, you turn it into meat. God bless them. The technical university is 5. It's only been a day? Oh my god. I've given you guys as much money as I gosh darn can. Just gonna let that run. Just gonna let it run. Just gonna let it run. It might be a couple hours before it actually gets to the point that it wants to level up, because the real-time mod's a little powerful and a little mean when it comes to how long it takes for things like that to level up. We're just gonna let... Wow, if you could not do whatever the hell this is, that'd be pretty pog. All if you just drive that way. Stop doing anything weird and just drive that way. There you go. Figure it out. You're doing great. You're doing great. Do I need this many warehouses? You're full of craps. The industry areas are making profit. Well, one of them is. So, idea. I wonder how this is going to work out. We're going to force traffic to basically go out to here and loop around. I can't make a rural one-way road, can I? No, it has to become a formal road. Alright. Well, here's what I'm going to do then. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. And then bring you over here. Boy, isn't that neat? Isn't that weird? That should double the throughput. Why are there so many garbage trucks? Where are you all going? You allow in traffic, yeah. There we go. That's draining traffic better. That's actually managing to move some vehicles around. There's a lot of vehicles moving through this space. What are you guys? Just people? Educated tourists? Tourist, Ford tourists. Okay. Alright, I see what's going on here, and I think I know what the solution is. A lot of tourists want to visit the Pine District for some ungodly reason. So if that's the case, and we have a lot of tourists trying to move in and out of this area, there's a couple ways we can distribute them a bit better. We can encourage tourists to use the train station by providing an additional sub-service underneath the train station for them to use to go and, go do whatever stupid crap they're going to go do. They're probably going to visit the major baseball complexes and the sporting areas. Understandable. So we would want to try to craft a bus line that'll kind of hit up the major stops and then come back to this here. Doesn't have to be a sightseeing line, but this would actually be a very good opportunity for a rural bio or regular gasoline bus. Bus would just be a better mode of transportation for a small town like this. We don't need to reinvent their infrastructure with trolley cars or even motor trolley buses. We don't need to go anything that hard. This is a perfect area for just a simple little bus depot. Nothing more. Bus depot with maybe... Ooh, you're a huge little thing, ain't you? Compact bus station. Yeah, we don't need to go much crazy. Just walking distance. And somewhere that can easily navigate to the major aspects of the town. Probably would be good to get people out into the major industrial zones as well, so workers and employees can use it too. But basically just using a local bus, probably all we need here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the bus station there, and then I'm going to put a bio bus depot here. No reason to go anything fancier with it. And we're going to build out a couple lines. So every line's going to start at this station, going to service basically this area here. Then from there, I'm going to have one travel up the main line, stopping at every other road. And then it's just basically going to loop back around, and not much more than that. It's just going to come back around every other block. Nothing crazy. And that's it. And then the next one, the blue line connects you to commercial. And that's it. Nothing crazy. From there, we're going to have our more residential line. And that's literally just going to go through like this loop and this loop, just to collect people who, you know, want to get to their job. Nothing more. Basically, every other road, just come back around right there. So, bus 2. Make sure we're labeling these correctly. We're going to make it a little bit more green because it's going to be dealing with residential, and green's the color residential. We've got another line here. It's going to go to our farming area, and all it's going to do is it's literally just going to head up here, drop people off at the farm. Oh, you're miserable, aren't you? Yeah, and that's it. It's just gonna go to the farm. Maybe stop at the industry really quick. No. No, it's just going to the farm. This is just a... Oh. Yeah, it's just going to the farm. Actually, you know what? If it stops at the ore along the way, we'll have it stop at the ore along the way, because we remember we have to have one for that industry. So we'll tag those lines along it as well. Bus line 3, you're gonna be yellow. And the last one's gonna be for the forestry area. And we will just get it to its destination out here. You. And then bring it back, y'all. We'll give it its color. Bus line 4 will be a dark green for forests. And if there's any stops that seem to be unique for it, like here, I guess, we'll stop. And here, I guess. Oh no, it's way too close to this stop. Stops we want to have like a quarter-mile apart, because you want it to make it so it's not stopping super frequently, and the stops that it does have value. It's not covered by another line unless you're trying to merge people from one line to another, but the merger point that we're designating is this point here. This is our merger point for all of our bus lines, and we want to convert you guys to biofuel buses. Because every bus has about the same capacity, so I'm not that concerned. Every bus has a capacity of 30, and if we need more, it should automatically figure out how many more to deliver. So in a moment... Yep, there they go. Getting pooped out into existence. It's a Christmas miracle. Joy to the world. Birth. Ugh. Guys, how many buses are you spawning? Excuse my god. It's spawning 40 of the goddamn things. Are you done? Are ya? Bit awkward trying to wiggle in there, I will say. That's a hell of a turn y'all are doing, but you're making it work. Woof! No! No! What is this? Why? Why? Why, Mario? Oh, my lord. Are you okay? I think you are. £1 of dry cat food. Oh, good. I have that in my upstairs closet. When will you be over to collect? When will you over to play with my Kinects? Did anyone have Kinects as a kid? And, like, try to integrate them into your Legos? Because, like, I assume most people had Legos, but I don't know how many people actually had, like, Kinects. And, like, I know they were completely different systems, but, like, damn, I really wanted them to work together. Really wanted Kinects, but I never got one. Kinects, so my parents saw me play with Legos a lot and, like, try to do, like, some things with it. So they got me Kinects. Because Kinects are a little bit more mechanically inclined. Like, it had, like, a better, at the time, speaking, like, 95. Like, Lego never really had the Technic stuff until, like, the late 90s, early 2000s, where it was a lot more big and popular. Before that, you had Kinects. And as a kid, like, it would come with, like, a motor unit, and you could do, like, stuff with, like, that and rubber bands, do some really neat stuff. But the motor unit that I got, I made there was, like, a biplane kit, and I made that. And it was just, like, a fun little biplane with, like, a free-spinning propeller. But I put the motor in there and actually hooked it up and properly, like, routed it around and made it work. So that way, like, you could actually have a working biplane with a working propeller on the front. And I was, like, 6 at the time. I was very proud of that. I had that hanging in my room for, like, 5 years until I realized, oh, God, I'm a teenager. I shouldn't have kid things in my room. And I became boring. That's always how it goes. Like, you have these really cool, fun things as a kid, and when you look back on them as an adult, you're like, yeah, this was wonderful. Why'd I get rid of it? And then you remember that point in your childhood where you're like, I don't like things like this. I want to be an adult. Adults don't have things like this. And then I realized, like, all the cool adults had things like this. Binder's done. Oh, you made a binder? Binder or what? We can expand our forestry area a little bit. Get some bio. Get some paper. You'll see. Okay. That's not ominous or threatening at all. I'm scared for my life. No. Surprises are fun. Ominous, yes. Threatening, maybe. Okay. Alright, well, okay. I guess. So we got some paper product. Yeah. And we need to make a warehouse for it. Paper. Paper. So everything but plastics and petroleum I make now. Which means I have a lot of factories I can make some interesting goods with. We're looking out for anything with the 3 dots. We cannot make anything with the 3 dots, but like the steel plant? Yeah, we can do a steel plant now. Which, like, out here kind of makes a little bit of sense. Like, a little bit of a rural ass and a steel plant. A lemonade factory. Furniture factory. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. The level 5 things take like a bunch of stuff from everything. Metals. How do you not have a lot of metal products? You're producing goods. Where are you storing them? Like, where is it all going? Okay. Now it says like a bakery is undesirable to live around. That one is hot BS. Anybody wants to live next to a bakery. Bakeries always smell amazing from like a mile radius around them. You put a bakery down anywhere and you're just like, ah, it's amazing. It's delicious. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack by just smelling that intoxicating aroma. But I need it. So, fun thing is, back in the day, near, was something that was more of something that my parents experienced than I got to, but in downtown Philadelphia, I don't know how many people here are actually familiar with the city, but there was the Nabisco factory where they made a large amount of products, a large amount of cookies and baked goods and, you know, Nabisco. So it was Oreos and, you know, the Pillsbury? No, not Pillsbury. What's under Nabisco's, like, brand? I think it's, what are the... Keebler? I think Keebler's under their brand? So you would always drive by that building whenever you were getting off of Woodhaven Avenue, which was the primary way off of 95 to get into the suburbs where we lived. You would pass by the factory, and it was, like, known that you would roll down the windows, and you would just enjoy the whiff. Enjoy, like, that mild bubble around the Nabisco factory that just always smelled amazing. It always had that warmth of fresh baked cookies and sweets. Always just permeating. It was a fantastic. But, oh, thank you, Storm. Unfortunately, Nabisco shut the doors on that plant probably back in the late 2000s. I think like 2007, 2008. And ever since then, the factory was abandoned for about 10 years before getting flattened into a bunch of other stuff. It got converted into a bunch of smaller shops. Which is unfortunate. There's a unbridled like childhood pleasure of just enjoying the whiff, the smell, the general enjoyment of something like that, where you're just getting a good whiff, weirdly enough to say. Like, it's just it's difficult to kind of say it without kind of sounding a little weird, but it was just like good scents, good smells, good aromas, and it just was nice. Oh my god. Trying to figure out how to do this, like, investment thing. We'll figure it out at some point. A lot of this is just getting employees in. Yeah, I think that's our main problem, is we just need more people working out here. More people, more homes, more people in homes. We want to follow contour. We want to follow the natural waviness and wobbliness, wickedness. We want to follow the world. We want to, like, not go against the earth. We want to make it, you know, I guess simple. There we go. It kind of works. It kind of works. Anyway. Oh, hello. Undo that. That was weird. But, yeah. I don't know, it's weird to, like, say, like, you know, does anyone else have any childhood scents? You know, remember a good sniff from your childhood? But, like, that's, like, a weird, I don't know, I guess maybe a regional thing for us? What we had back then? Weird as it sounds, like, it was just, you know, a nice memory. And sometimes it's all it needs to be. Just a nice little thing to remind you of different times. I wouldn't say probably better times, because right now, you know, I have a house, I have a whole bunch of nice stuff going on. Life is pretty okay. But it just reminds you of different times. And something to look back on fondly. Just never look up why that place closed, because, whoo boy! Yeah, the Nabisco factory on Woodhaven Road closed down for a very not good reason. But that's another story. So, there's a couple stories. Like, the time that my family involuntarily ate feces for multiple days during the summer. Hell of an opener, huh? Okay, let me get into the story. So by my grandmother's, every summer, probably like on every Wednesday and Saturday, we would go to my grandmother's house, and yeah, no, this is an interesting tale. Because it's yeah, it's a story. It's a story. But yeah, no, the people responsible got in trouble. Don't worry, it has a resolution, just not a good one for us. Um, so back in the day, at my grandmother's place, we would, not weird, but I remember a nice smell of rain and grass where I used to live was less populated, a nice smell of pine tree close to my house, but it got chopped. Oh, that's sad to hear. It's sad to hear a good tree go. So basically there was a Pizza Hut near my grandmother's house, and whenever we would go and enjoy the place for, her swimming pool, or just, me being dropped off there, they would get a Pizza Hut pizza. But over the course of one summer, we started to get sick after we ate these pizzas. Like, every time we had a Pizza Hut pizza, we would get sick afterward. And it continued for a couple days, and we're like, this can't be a coincidence. Something's wrong with the pizza. We're changing. And so we did. And the Pizza Hut that we ordered from is right next to where my mom worked. And so she saw it just suddenly one day have a bunch of cop cars around it, and it was shut down forever past that point. It turns out that one of the younger employees was adding his own special ingredient to the sauce because he was disgruntled with the working conditions at Pizza Hut. We put some dots together and figured, oh, that's why we were getting sick eating the Pizza Hut. He was yeah, no, I was probably like 6 or 7 at the time. But yeah, it was, it sucked. It sucked a lot because, like, when you're a kid, Pizza Hut's kind of like any brand pizza place. Any pizza in general is like seen as a golden food. Nothing could be wrong with it. Like, this pizza is infallible in the eyes of a child, and that got dashed away from the realization that, like, even this sacred food could be corrupted by the dark, dastardly deeds of a depraved soul. It is unfortunate, but sometimes you have to learn those lessons the hard way. It is what it is. But, yeah. Sometimes life be like that. There's so many weird little stories like that. There was a hibachi restaurant near me that closed due to dozens of health food violations. Oh, speaking of health food violations, I know I caused a bunch as a kid. So, my dad played professional billiards, 8-ball and 9-ball. For those of you who know what the APA is, not joking, it was like 50 to 90. Jeez Louise. That's like some Gordon Ramsay kitchen nightmares fuel, man. But my dad played professional billiards out of a bar and grill that was near where I lived. And so when I was like 3 or 4, whenever he would go there for practice, because he couldn't practice at home, he had to, well, because we didn't have a home at the time, we were living out of a condo. He would go to this bar and grill to do his practice. because he was semi-professional. He's gone to Vegas a couple times because of it with his local league, which is cool and all. But basically the situation with that was, you know, he has to, you know, do his training and, you know, compete and all that crap. And he couldn't find someone to watch me, so he would take me to the bar. And that sounds a lot more worse on paper than what it was actually. Because basically every time that they took me there, they would be like, "Oh, it's, you know, little Abby." Not my name at the time. You know, but they would greet me warmly. They would give me a big thing of Coca-Cola. They would give me a bunch of quarters to play on the they had a super hang-on arcade machine, and they would let me make a pizza. And it was kind of hand-holdy, if I remember correctly, but they also just were kind of like, yeah, screw it, just take a bunch of sauce and pour it on there, and then take a handful of cheese and pour it on there. And I'm like, probably like 3 or 4. I was not rated to be handling sauce, cheese, and raw dough with my grubby little child hands, because I know where my child hands were, and I know they shouldn't have been anywhere near a pizza. But every time we went there, you know, I'd make my own little pizza, and it was great, but it was also probably very much some health food violations where I shouldn't have done that. But I did play a lot of pinball, and I played a lot of Super Hang-On, which was great, except I'm 4 years old, and they put me on a Super Hang-On machine. And if you don't know what a Super Hang-On machine looks like, let me find one for you. These things were built for adults. If you ever played like Yakuza 0 and you play the the hang-on there where Kiryu or Majima mounts a motorcycle, yeah. Yeah, this is what they put a 4-year-old on. So I'm like, my belly is up on like this thing, and I'm basically like Superman posing on this thing. Trying to control it with the little weight that I had. That was great. That was... I'm not sure if it was my first video game, because I know that my first video game was either that, or it was the time that I got really sick, had to go to the hospital, and my dad's one friend brought in his SNES, and I played Super Metroid. And I was 4 years old, so I did not get anywhere in that game. I got past the intro, you know, where, you know, you drop off the baby Metroid, the station gets under attack, Ridley, you know, and you fight, and you have to flee. I would play that over and over again, because I would die on the escape because I didn't have coordination to get out. So I was just constantly dying on the escape sequence and, you know, that fight with Ridley. I remember the last day I was in there, I actually got past it, and Samus flies off from the exploding space station. I'm like, whoa, whoa. There's multiple planets in this game? Because, like, for a little kid, like, for, like, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old, like, I thought that was the whole game. I thought that was the whole dang thing right there, was that experience. It was just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, to be fair, at some point in my adulthood, I went back and played Super Metroid. A fantastic game, and I will play it again if somebody asked me to. It's a fantastic game. But back then, as a little kid, you know, it was just like, wow, that was a great game. That's it. Nothing past that. The ignorance of being a child. I mean, to be fair, like, it worked when, you know. I think that same SNES is where I played Donkey Kong Country the summer of '95. Because I remember it was Double Dare. Double Dare was on. Was it Double Dare or was it? No, it was Nick Arcade. It was. Was it Nick Arcade? No, it wasn't Nick Arcade because Nick Arcade wasn't there by the time. It was Legends of the Hidden Temple. Right, right, right. It was one of those like Nick Gas things. But it was a premiere on TV, and I'm like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna watch it. It's gonna be so cool watching kids do some really cool stuff. And my parents were like, literally right before the premiere, we're like, hey, we're going to New Jersey now. Pack your shit. And we went to that shore house, and I did not care for any of the beach. I did not care for the boardwalk. I did not care for the boats. I sat in front of an SNES all day and all night. I played like the first 3 levels of Donkey Kong Country, and that was it. It was good though. It was the first 3 levels of Donkey Kong Country, man. You are going to New Jersey. Threat. No, I don't want to be a Jersey girl. No offense to Jersey girls. I know a few good girls that are Jersey girls. I just want to watch Nickelodeon all day. Get those away from the houses and whatnot. Ooh, you're huge. Hey, big boy. Nice ore extractor. What else could you extract from the planet with devastating environmental consequences? Excuse me, I'm not even high, but I don't know what the hell I'm smoking. Yeah. Oh, good, it's a new day. Oh, good, I gained $7,000 from industry. Good, good. I should invest heavily in oil industry once I've got it. I need to upgrade the stock market so I can get more monetary flow. Oh god, it's 11:30? Oh god, it's 11:30. Oh god, it's 11:30. Alright, where are main traffic issues? This exit is brutal. A lot of issues with vehicles moving in and out of this exit. A lot of heavy industry vehicles. A lot of vehicles getting stuck at the multiple stops here. A lot of cars trying to make their way out and just getting stopped by the multiple stops. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close that up a bit. Make it so there's only one point here where traffic has to get through. The main issue is here as well. There's a lot of traffic being held up, so this diverging diamond is no longer sufficient. Because there's a lot of traffic moving between the city and here. And this needs to flow. This needs to flow. So this intersection here needs to be redone because this is a stoplight that causes traffic to cease, and we gotta avoid that. We gotta find some way to increase flow through here. This intersection's not even being hit. So we're gonna have to figure out a better solution to this. I'll play around with things. Aside from that, that's really the only major issue here. Everywhere else, traffic is fine. It's mainly just in the city, and it's mainly just at that point. There's a lot of industry traffic. We should probably figure out a new way to do traffic here. But this is our major red spot here, and this is going to get deleted probably soon. We're probably going to finish out the middle district, and at that point we can get rid of the original Garnet Park and start making a new area, new suburban area that properly aligns with our grid this direction. It'll be interesting. We got plans. We got stuff to do. The traffic flow is bouncing a bit, so deleting that one intersection probably saved us 2% on here. But fixing this intersection, and possibly even this intersection, is going to be the keys to getting this stuff up and running. There's a lot of cross traffic through here, and we're going to have to get creative and be smart. I think we can. I think we can. I'm going to look at a replacement intersection for here in the meantime, though, and try to get things going there. So the problem is, like, I'm looking at who I follow, and nobody really plays games like this. So I can't really send you to somebody who's, like, playing a similar game. Could use a roundabout, not for something like this, not for industry traffic on a scale like that. There needs to be a much more substantial solution to divert traffic in a better way around here. What we're going to do is we're just going to give some love to Jiggy. Jiggy's playing Majora's Mask right now. Fantastic game, but is trying to beat all Zelda games before Tears of the Kingdom. A hell of a challenge. But Jiggy's a hell of a friend, and I know he can do it. And he's also trying to get to partner. And he's almost there. He's maintaining like 60 viewers, so if you can, just put his stream on and fall asleep. Just leave him in the background. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys for coming out and watching. It is always awesome streaming for you all. I'm going to save the game and quit. Not quit without saving the game. That would be disastrous. But yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for being wonderful. I'm going to hop out and have a good evening. And yeah, we'll probably be live again tomorrow or Thursday. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Because Artomis is coming over Thursday. We'll kind of see and play it by ear. We'll at least be live Friday for D&D. But aside from that, I don't know. We'll figure out what to do from then. But anyway, go watch Jiggy. Go have a good time. Go watch some Zelda. And go relax and have a wonderful rest of your night. Goodbye, friends.